Good morning. So today I wanted to talk about bad versus good debt and if you know the difference. So we're racing to the end of another week and people are slowing down and getting ready for the weekend, which is fantastic. But I'm still here doing the old finance gig. And what I want to educate on is the good versus bad debt. So when I sit with my clients and talk about good and bad debt, the bad debt is anything that doesn't have an asset that's not asset backed. So, or it's got a depreciating asset, which means it's an asset that's actually decreasing in value and it's not increasing in value in the background. So prime examples of bad debt: credit cards. Why? Because generally it's not an asset-backed purchase, so you're going to be purchasing consumable goods, so your clothing, gifts, just things to entertain yourself ultimately, and then you're also going to be paying a high interest rate on those credit cards. With personal loans, that generally they're there to fuel spending sprees, holidays, again consumables, things that aren't going to increase in value. And then you have your car loans, so a depreciating asset. So your car, once you drive that out of the the car shop, it's going to be worth less than it was when you purchased it. Also, yeah, unless it's a vintage car or something that's absolutely unique in the market, yeah, it's gonna continue to decrease in value. And then when you talk about bad debt, bad debt is something that you want to get rid of really quick. It's always going to have high interest rates applicable to it. The reason why it's got high rates of interest applied to it is because of the fact it is a bad debt, so they can get more money from you because it's something that you want now. It's more of a consumable and you're not really thinking about that purchase. When it's a good debt, so good debts are your mortgages, your investment loans, business loans, and even education debts. So why is a mortgage a good debt? A mortgage is a good debt because ultimately in long-term investments, that asset's going to appreciate in value. It's going to give you a better financial position in the future. Yes, there are going to be cycles. Yes, we've seen the boom and bust scenario, but ultimately if you follow that investment through from 0 through to 30 years, it should in general incline nice and gradually. You'll see some investment return. So investment properties also, because it's property, it's bricks and mortar, and then it's going to increase in value over a long term. And then obviously with education loans, why is it that good debt? Because you're investing in yourself, you're investing in your education, and that means your income should increase from that investment that you've made. And then with small business loans, that's also good debt because you're investing in a business that's going to potentially earn you money. And that's my little bit on bad and good debt and the differences between the two. Cheers.